By the way, going now from electric vehicles to climate change more broadly, we've talked before about this. It snowed in winter, so climate change must be made up. We've talked about that idea before. We've heard it often on Fox News. Many right wingers love to point out when it's cold in winter somewhere, it must disprove climate change, part of which is record high temperatures during certain parts of the year. Well, Tucker Carlson is throwing his hat into the ring on this. Tucker Carlson, in a segment during which he blurts out a string of lies, seems to say that the existence of winter disproves climate change. These people, do you think they even believe this stuff themselves?
But they're not laughing anymore. The Europeans have discovered that the real threat to human civilization is not global warming. It never was global warming.
Oh.
The real threat to people is global cooling,
Ooh.
otherwise known as winter.
Ah.
Far more people freeze to death every year than die of heat. In 2019, for example, 4 times as many people died of cold as of heat.
Now, if you have been watching the show, you know I already debunked that about a month ago. And we'll get back to those numbers in a moment.
That's according to the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation. So when temperatures in Europe begin to drop a few months from now, this is
right, because it's winter.
A huge problem. And that will be obvious to everyone. It's not global warming, it's global cooling. That's what's going to kill your grandmother. And when everyone understands that perfectly well, a lot of things are going to happen. The status quo will crumble. Factories will close. Unemployment will rise. Disposable income will disappear.
It's going to be an economy-crushing dystopia as soon as all of that happens. Now, much of what Tucker Carlson is saying is just wrong. And I know intuitively maybe that's obvious, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about what kills more, heat or cold. Heat kills more than cold. If you look globally, right? I mean, we're a planet here. We have an Earth, as Donald Trump. We have a world, as Donald Trump once said. Way more people on Earth have the ability to heat their environment when it's cold than the number that have the ability to cool their environment when it's hot. In other words, more people have heat than air conditioning. Heat-related death over time. More than 5 million people die each year globally because of excessively hot or cold conditions. Okay? The heat-related deaths continue to climb. If you ask the question, which kills more, extreme heat or extreme cold, you look at the data from NOAA, and NOAA has found that on average in the United States, there's 134 heat-related deaths versus 30 cold-related deaths on, I believe that's a per capita adjusted number. So Tucker Carlson is wrong about what he's saying. Now, maybe you think Tucker can't possibly be this stupid. No one could possibly be this stupid. And he's saying these things knowing that they're not true. Well, that may absolutely be true. He may just be lying. It's still really bad for him to tell those lies, but he may just be lying. And it is stunning. You know, he talks about Europe. It's very popular to make fun of Europe if you're an American right winger. Europe, by and large, understands and accepts the science on this stuff. And they look at the American right wing and they say, what the hell is wrong with people? I understand wanting lower taxes. I even understand wanting less regulation, all things being equal. But denying the science of climate change, that doesn't make any sense. And indeed, it doesn't. Indeed, it doesn't. He may be just lying, but it's still really bad. We'll have that Tucker clip on our Instagram, which you can find at David Pakman Show. I've seen several people in my life try to quit smoking or vaping, and quitting has so many benefits, but it does require a strategy. And our sponsor, Fume, is a one-of-a-kind inhaler that can help you quit smoking as a replacement for the hand-to-mouth habit of smoking. There is no smoke, there is no vapor, and there's no nicotine. Fume is just a small inhaler handcrafted from wood. It uses cores infused with fresh aromatic plant oils for you to taste and enjoy instead of a nasty cigarette or a vape. You can use Fume while flying, which is a big plus because there's no smoke, no vapor, no nicotine. Fume has flavors like peppermint and conker with a powerful minty sensation to simulate the menthol cigarettes. They have other flavors like cozy chai. I love chai myself. and lemon berry bliss for a sweeter experience. Fume has helped thousands of people quit, people who have tried everything else. Read the reviews. We talked to the Fume team. They're very proud of the lives that they've impacted. Throw out the cigarettes, get rid of the vapes, head over to breathefume.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman to get 10% off your entire order. The link is down below.